Hello, I'm Tay Walker. I'm going to talk to you about my documentary, The Central Park Five. When you hear the word racist, what do you see? When you see police brutality or slander, what do you think? In the documentary, what I seen again the documentary Central Park Five. I seen five teenagers being of black and Latino race being quickly convicted of a crime of rape of a 28-year-old woman whom was nearly dead, but in court they weren't given a fair trial and basically just thrown into jail. The film was horrific, depressing, and etc. With fighting in the fighting in the case in 1989, the American people were outraged of the teenagers. A lot of discrimination based off of past crimes the five did and they were convicted of. They were from down neighborhoods, basically down economies. Um, where and why they were convicted so quickly, they were locked up because they weren't respected of their first nor their Sixth Amendment rights. One being freedom of speech, and six being giving a fair trial, right to a fair trial. But the filmmakers made this to sum up why everyone was so eager to convict them. But what really interested me was why didn't they get a fair trial? And what plagued society to push basically five innocent teenagers for the crime they did not commit? But my answers were segregation being 1989 and corruption because of the 1980s era. They didn't really favor blacks or Latino communities as much as being because of drugs, crime rates, prostitution, and etc. But in my documentary, it mentions a man by the name of Matt is Reyes. Sorry, I don't know how to really say his name. Who confessed to the crime, who was the Central Park jogger who had a total of two homicides, of one being the 28-year-old victim, almost, of being three, whom the five were convicted of allegedly raping. Matt Reyes, 1971, was a serial rapist and murderer who while serving a lifetime in prison sentence for other crimes, confession to the rape and nearly fatal assault on Tina Meili, the Central Park jogger, on April 19th of 1989. In August 5th, 1989, Reyes raped a woman, of course, the one who we're talking about, who escaped and ran for help. He was arrested at the time and later confessed to the earlier rape and murder of a pregnant mother of three, whose children huddled in the next room during the attack. Other living victims identified him as a rapist and plea bargaining. He was given a sentence of 33 to one third of year to life in prison. So by this documentary, I'm just summing up to telling you that it was a very interesting documentary, and I've really got it really in depth with looking this up. Like all the information that I've just basically told you, that was actually a crime that actually happened, of the rape and almost murder of a woman and two other people. Thank you. You have a very nice day.